Hello, everyone. I think we are working. I think OBS managed to default itself back. I don't know. Didn't save a update, or I say update. It started trying to stream to YouTube instead of streaming to Twitch. So, whoops. It's sorted now. It is sorted now. We are back. We are here. Twitch is working today. There is going to be some Lego belly. Incredibly warm Lego belly. It's not the hottest day of the year in England whatsoever. However, it is horrendously uncomfortable in my office. So, yeah. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to... Hopefully it is going to be time to build the engine. Hopefully, the W16 engine will be built. With any luck, we might be able to make some progress and actually get the... I think this is the back. I think what we've got here is the back. This is the rear of the car. We might get the front suspension and so on sorted out today as well. We will see how the time goes. Ewan's already shouting Viper at us. There's just a cat hair has just floated past the webcam that's above as well, quite entertainingly. The air inside my house is essentially infused with cat hair. It's just what happens. I guess we might as well start by talking about Ricciardo to Renault, because people are going to ask regardless. So let's get the Ricciardo to Renault thing out of the way. Wasn't expecting it this morning, that much is for sure. An interesting move. It's going to go either one of two ways. Either it will be brilliant, much like Hamilton going from McLaren to Mercedes, which is perhaps a little bit more likely. Renault look like they might be getting faster. Or it'll go the way of Alonso to McLaren. Yeah, I think it's a brave move by Ricciardo. Could pay off, especially if Honda engines are still garbage next year. Renault may well become third best team. Might even be able to challenge for higher up positions, shall we say. So, yeah, should be an interesting one. Should be a interesting season. It's going to make all sorts of fascinating driver changes now going on, because who knows who's going to end up in the Red Bull seat. It'll be all change, which is hopefully exciting. Hopefully exciting. Hopefully some teams will be closer to the top group, or more teams will be in a chance of winning. We will see. Right. It is... I think it is time to start building a car. There are no kittens around at the moment. There might be kitten interruptions. The kittens are currently downstairs. Were playing around causing mayhem. I have absolutely no idea if they are going to want to come and join us upstairs today. I wouldn't blame them for not wanting to come upstairs, because the office is unbelievably warm. And... yeah, I don't want to be in my office particularly. However, we shall see. I have got an Amara curled up around the microphone stand, but there's less toys in the office. Actually, I tell a lie. There are plenty of toys in the office. The kittens are playing downstairs, and once the kittens have found somewhere to play, the kittens tend to stay in or wherever it is that they have got to play until they fall asleep. I'm looking for a very weird bit of... what the bloody hell is this? Can't say I've ever seen one of these bits before. Okay. That's a strange piece of Lego. However, it's apparently something we have got to be using. Oh, okay. So there's just like a proper thing to like that's going to be used for normal Lego, well, a kind of normal Lego brick. And there's some of these bits here sticking out along the side of it. God knows what shape, or God knows what shape we are going to. Oh no, that's not that even. That is up from here. Okay, we've got two of those, and you can see the pistons that we have got going on. Possibly a little difficult to see. I'll be honest, a little bit bright inside my office today. However, that is going to be the pistons at some point. It will be like a fully functioning engine as well, which is really cool. It's going to be very, very cool, but Yeah. Oh, of course, that goes in this one. Goes in this bit here. That's fine. Yes, there is cat hair everywhere. Cat hair. We said at the start, like it's a random cat hair that floated across the webcam. Cat hair gets everywhere. When you have cats, it will get everywhere. The cats aren't actually allowed on my desk. The cats are not allowed on my desk yet. Just cat hair gets in the air as they run and jump around elsewhere in the office, or just from me. Basically, everything in my house is infused with cat hair. Just gotta kind of live with it and hope for the best, really. Where is this? Is it gonna be in that bag? Nope. It's hopefully gonna be in this one. No. We could be rummaging around this bag for it. Sorry, looking for strange things. There we go. Regliscore, thank you very much for the subscription for the 6th month in a row. A rolled car salute to you from a chat. Saying, Alex, how many donations for a Gadget Racer stream? I want to see you collect some obscure car bodies now. Oh, sorry. The now is... I've got... Streamlabs at a strange angle, and now was just telling me when the thing came in. Ignore me. I'll potentially stick Gadget Races up in votes and so on if it proves to be a popular one. I can't remember when we did it a while ago, but yeah, if it proves to be a popular idea, then yeah, we can certainly go back to it. I like Gadget Race. Gadget Race is just kind of a fun game to play and not really think about too much while playing. Or sometimes kind of not think about too much while playing it, just sort of mess around. And I think in some ways I prefer Gadget Racers to Road Trip Adventure, the slightly less arseholey grinding stuff, but yeah. It's one of those that, yeah, if there's enough interest, we might come back to it. This is a long list of stuff that I want to stream. And we're also going to be streaming a lot of bloody automation autocross because there's a lot of cars still to get through. What am I looking for? That. Found the bugger. I guess this might be... This might even be... the crankshaft. I think it is. I think it is. Ewan says, in before Glisco makes 100 different Twitter accounts to win the vote. We haven't quite had anyone do that yet, but maybe one day. Now, donation times, and we'll get to play the Guess the Rolled Hot Wheels car. GTFX, thank you very much for the donation, saying, question, what is the worst racing game you have played besides Need for Speed 2015? Unless it's 2015, then in that case, Bob. Worst, like, I will often cite 2015 as the worst racing game. Not technically. It's probably not technically the worst. Also, before I do get into that, T-Bird, thank you very much for gifting a subscription to Aeroplane Man. So a rolled car salute to the pair of you. Yes, the worst racing game. Need for Speed 2015 was one of the biggest disappointments I ever had in terms of a racing game, because it really was just garbage. There was no real redeeming characteristics for me. It wasn't very good in terms of customization. It drove terribly. There was just nothing about it that I really liked, with the exception of the mad God, whatever it was called, modified race car, like hot rod thing, whatever the hell it was. That was fun to drive. Everything else was pretty chod. So that was a pretty bad game. I mean, like, technically speaking, I'm not sure. I've probably played worse. I've probably played worse games. None that spring to mind immediately. However, I will generally go 2015 just because of the worst disappointment. Right. I guess it's time to play the rolled car game. And GTFX says Driver 3. Driver 3 was technically a terrible game, but I loved Driver 3 because Driver 3 was the first like open world adventure sort of game I played. I say adventure, but it's the first open world game where I could get out of the car and walk around and that sort of thing. So as terrible as it was, I still liked it. So yeah, it wouldn't be Driver 3. Right, what car shall we get? I have an idea. So I have an idea. I've got to go find it because it's the other side of my office because I didn't set up my Hot Wheels properly this time. Hold on. Right. While we distract chat with with a rolled car game. There we go. That is going to be your vehicle to try and guess. I know Ewan's going to shout Viper at me. I didn't get my Vipers down just to prove that it wasn't the Viper. God damn it. Although Noodle Brain says Seat Arosa better than a Lupo. Yes, we shall all praise the Arosa. It's not a Lupo or a Viper. It is not a Lupo or a Viper. Zaraska, thank you very much for the donation. Say hello, Alex. Sorry for missing part 2 of the Lego build. I was on holiday and didn't have internet. That is okay. I can catch up on the VODs for a little while. I hope you enjoyed your holiday. We didn't really make very much progress because I built half the car, built it wrong, had to pull it all apart, and got it completely and utterly, just had to restart essentially. So that was fun. So far, chat's not got the car as of yet. T-Bird, thank you very much for the subscription for the 13th month in a row. A big rolled car. Salute to you. Say 13 months. Holy crap. Keep up the great work, Alex. And also, I might be in England next summer. So, race must happen. I'll bring a Viper. I mean, if you want to bring a Viper and leave it here, I'll be cool with that. If you want to just leave a Viper here, that's all okay with me. Noodle Brain, it is very much a real car that people are you are trying to guess at the moment. No one's got the manufacturer either. Zaraska, also thank you for the second donation, saying for BeamNG/automation, can you build a race/rally car made to regulations? I have been thinking about that. Automation is a little difficult at times to get spec engines to work, especially if it is related to, turbocharging. Turbos can be a little bit funky. However, I might give it a try. I have not I have not really looked into too much of it. Today I have got a video coming out on automation, automation and Beam, where I tried to build a car to beat or to rival my Legnum, which was quite fun. Sort of, along similar lines. Not a replica. I didn't want to build a replica. I always much prefer building custom vehicles, but I'd much rather build my own creations and try and build rivals. But sort of for spec series, I might give it another try. I did build a V8 supercar a long time ago, but definitely might have another go. So far, someone got very, very close, but not quite right. Someone got incredibly close with the car. I'm not going to say, if I say it, you're going to exactly know what it is. Someone did get very, very, very close to guessing the car. I'm surprised actually that this is such a difficult one to guess. I wasn't necessarily expecting this to be the hard. Well, I was expecting it to be throw just a little curveball into the mix, as people have kind of figured out. Yes, it is a GT car. It is a GT3 car. Oh, there we go. Gliska's got it. Gliska has got it. I did see someone saying CTSV. It is not a CTSV. However, it is the Cadillac Ats-V. I don't think we had this last time I did a rolled car game. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I had the Ford GT. I used the GT last time out, which I now can't use because I've mentioned it immediately. But I really like the Ats-V. I think it is a really nice looking race car. I also did hope it would confuse people because from underneath it looks very, very similar to the GT. It's got very similar wing and they're both red. So I was hoping for some confusion, and it kind of worked. It kind of worked. You know what? Mighty Wing Cadillac, you can park on the edge of the laptop. You can park over there. Right, I've got to... Sorry, I've got to get some Lego bits out. And as Zaraska donated, we will get another car. I've got my next car lined up. I don't know whether this next one's going to be piss easy or really straight. It's like, what? Sometimes I'm never sure if something's going to be real easy or real difficult. So we need 8 of these. Christ, okay. We need lots of little bits and pieces. Also, let me know if there is any sound. Like, I've got my big old cooler behind me going at like full whack. My PC's making an awful... Well, my PC's just have every fan on about 1 million speeds, whatever speeds. So let me know if there is a lot of background noise. I think it's okay from testing, but yeah, if it gets too much, someone shouts at me. That's 4, and that will be 8. Cool, I can count. Christ, this is where we start getting into the real tech. So we're basically building one bank of the W16. We're essentially building a... I was going to say it's not a V8. We're essentially building a VR8, because then you put the two together to make the W16. I think that's how it goes. Not really sure, but there we have it. I think, like, as far as my PC goes, sort of noiseless wise, it doesn't even get remotely close to the old nerd cubed overheating helicopter sort of thing. So yeah, we've not quite got to that stage yet. Right, we've got 8 of them, 2 of them. We need 3 of these bits. I thought I got these out, but apparently I forgot. And there's another one, and another round. Another one. Noodle Ray saying the only background noise I can hear is on my end. That's good. Like, I'm glad. I'm glad to see it all. Yeah, know that it's all keeping working. Okay. While I get building on the next part of the engine, here is your next. Next, guess the car. Either this is going to be really easy or very, very difficult, and I'm not sure quite which way it's going to go, because it is quite a featureless car. I have no idea whether it's going. I know Longbow's not taking part because Longbow is insanely good at this. So we will keep the game interesting for those less highly skilled. Now, do they sit in that way around? Yes, they do. Okay, so they're going to sit in like that. It is not a Viper. There is somebody immediately shouted Viper. It wasn't Ewan though. Ewan's guessing was a Lotus. It is not a Lotus. Hold on a second. I'm going to end up confusing this entirely if I'm not careful. I'm going to build this on the flat so that I hopefully don't bugger the entire thing up. So far people are incorrect. So far people are incorrect. It is not a Fury. It is not a Vantage or a Corvette. It is not a CTSV. Neither is it a Lamborghini of any sort. Let's just go and plop some more of the... Oh, Christ. Carefully does it with all of this. Sorry, I was moving it back closer to me and then realised that's probably going to be off the camera. So this is a very, very fiddly little bit to put together. We're kind of building the crankshaft. This is kind of building the crankshaft. Sorry, I thought that might be where they connect to. That doesn't. That's something else. This is basically building the little crankshaft. It is not a McLaren. It is not a Ferrari. It is not a Mustang. It's not a Marussia. If I could find a Marussia, Marussia B2, if I could find that in Hot Wheels form, that would be brilliant. But no, it is not. It is not that. It is a race car. It is a race car, and it is a real race car. Is that really how they sit on there? I feel like... No, it is how they really sit on there. Don't mind me. So that's going to go like that. Sorry, I've got to try and get everything put together. It is not a Porsche, neither is it a Ford. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of love for Porsches at the moment, which is, you know, fair enough. Fair enough. You can't go wrong with a nice Porsche, but that is not a Porsche. It is not an RCF. It's not a 918. Oh, there we go. Erichu is very, very close. Now, there is a proper name for it. I don't actually know if it... I say it's a real car. I'm actually not 100% sure if it's outside. It's kind of a real... yeah. I'm pretty sure they made one. Pretty sure they made the Renault. I don't actually know if it's ever run in anything, but... yes, it is the Renault. I'm sorry, I've just got to try and faff around with it. Come on, you silly crankshaft. Okay. No, crankshaft's having issues. Crank, please go together. Hey! Crankshaft is now slightly more complete than it was. It is indeed the Renault. Is it Renault Sport RS? There we go. RS 01. I don't actually know if it does exist. I had a feeling it did exist outside of Gran Turismo, but then I got started second guessing as to as to whether it or not. This is a really cool vehicle. This is from a Gran Turismo set. It's an unusual car, very, very cool car though. I had had its own race series. That's cool. Yeah, it's an interesting little race car. I do very much like it. On the games that I have played that have had it in, I have very much liked it. So, you know, it's always good. Much like Bugatti say, you should rename the stream Rolled Car Game with some Bugatti build. That's basically what ends up happening along here. Let's get that in there, and that one. Oh, no, not that way around. Hold on. This is one of the more fiddly parts. Zaraska, thank you very much for the donation. Asking, what's your favourite game on Xbox? I mean, if we're going for favourite console exclusive, because my favourite game on Xbox would be my favourite game over. Because my favourite game overall is on every platform. In fact, it is on every platform because it's even on bloody phones. Yeah, if we go for favourite game that is on Xbox at any point, then it would be Life is Strange. But if we're going for along more the lines of the console exclusives, then favourite game, I mean, it'd probably be Forza. I did very much like Sunset Overdrive back in the day. That was amazing fun when that came out. However, it is now a little bit dated. Truth is, Xbox does not have very many great console exclusives. It doesn't have very many great console exclusives at the moment. So, yeah, I mean, I would probably go Forza. It's not the most inspired choice, but Xbox doesn't give you the most inspiring choice of games currently. I don't think that is going to change in the very near future. And yeah, for now, Forza. I mean, I don't know which one I would pick. I quite like 7 is starting to get much better, so I'm probably going to say 7. I like the variety of cars, but there we go. Right, so this is our one bank of our engine. Also, T-Bird, thank you very much for the incredibly large donation that will take us over the donation goal. We have done it. I will be getting a 5th scale car soon. Christ, you guys are incredibly generous. Incredibly generous with the donations. I really look forward to farting around. Not literally, but messing around with the big 5th scale car. It should be it should be really very, very cool. I did have a sneaky bid on one last night. I'm probably going to get a second-hand one, seeing as I'm not going to be using it competitively. I'm going to be using it just for fun. I did have a bid on one, but It's well, I won the bid, but the reserve wasn't met, and I didn't want to pay any more for it. So, so yeah, we will be getting that soon. For those that do know their things, know their stuff about remote control cars, the 5th scale car that I'm looking at getting is either a HPI Baja, the 5B, or the Lossy, well, the Lossy 5T, they're quite expensive, more likely to be the Lossy DBX, or DBXL, I believe is the proper full name for it. So, that's the plan. Right, hold on a second, I've just got to figure out what's going on with this next step, because it is, interesting. Okay, I think I figured out what's going on. That's going through there, and then, right, okay, so this bank is going, this cylinder bank is going in, connecting up like so. It is a little bit fiddly. There we go. That's in there. No, that can't be right, can it? Okay, I think that is right, actually. I'm not so sure. There we go. Okay, it was a little bit ever so slightly twisted. So the there we go. Now you can kind of see. Whoa! Oh bugger! I've disconnected the important bits. Come back, important bits. I've messed around. Oh crap! Thankfully, oh, we've lost another important bit. That does not go very far through there. Right, let's stop messing around. Hold on a second. I've still got to read T-Bird's donation out. Bear with. What, does that go in there? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Right, okay. So we have got that has somehow, I don't quite know how I managed to do that. However, I have managed to cock it up ever so slightly. Come out of there for now. Bear with. That can go through there. Don't quite know how that fell out. It shouldn't have fallen out, but there we go. Cool. Right, so that stuff there is all in. Sorry, just had to pull the engine apart. Anyway, T-Bird, thank you for the donation that did take us over the top of the goal, saying, well, I need a drift car. So who knows, maybe, because I am a total lunatic, I'll buy a 99 Viper or something. I kind of like the idea of getting a Shelby GT500 as well. You know, you can't go wrong with a GT500 because 662 horsepower. That's what you need for drifting, right? I mean, there's lots of things you need for drifting, but horsepower is pretty good. There was a Viper drift car at Goodwood this year that was, I mean, it's like 1,000 horsepower, silly amount. Just made a big old smoke screen everywhere it went. But it was really cool seeing the Viper. We should do another game of Guess the Rolled Car. I'm gonna go find something from my shelf of many things. Okay, from the great shelf of many things. Good luck. Actually, this one was from in front of the computer, not on the shelf. Oh, crap. Nearly knocked the book off the side of the table. Oh, dear. Okay, we need 4 of these. We're going to build kind of the other, I guess where the other cylinders will go into. It's not a Mustang. There's a lot of people going for the Mustang immediately. Noodle Brain with his knowledge of cars. See, this is why I have to go race cars, because people are too good when it comes to the normal road cars. When it comes to the normal road cars, people are far too good with them. The race cars confuse people because they've got weird shapes and, I mean, everything's got a mighty wing. We only need just 6 of them. It is indeed. It's not just any. It's not just any R34. However, it is quite a recognizable one. It is, yeah, pretty cool. Because it did all like the guided laps in the Gran Turismo 4. I don't know if it did it all the guided laps in the other games. In Gran Turismo 4, in the license tests, it was your guided lap pace car. It's yeah, I really like this. I mean, the R34, it's probably not my favourite of the Skylines, but the Gran Turismo vehicle is very, very cool. Now I have got to just we're going to do a little bit of building while I while I read out the next donation. Reg Liscott, thank you very much for the donation, saying I've decided to donate a completely random amount of money because how else to follow T-Bird? It is the good old-fashioned try and uneven or even up the donation bar, essentially. Thank you very much, Lisco. It is the unevens that are winning. Also saying you should play Abzu. It's like a journey, but cooler to me because of the many fish, and the soundtrack is god tier. I have seen a little bit about Abzu. I think I've watched, might have been Rooster Teeth, or I've certainly watched somebody play it. It does look very, very good. It's like a diving adventure game, if I remember correctly, which is, yeah, pretty damn cool. Does look like a lot of fun. Have not got round to playing a lot of, or as many games as perhaps I would like. I've still got like Frostpunk. I've still got to try and get round to playing. Now, this is going in here, I think. Yes, somehow. So hold on a second. I'm just figuring out how this will all fit together. So that's going in there, right? Okay, this is going to be a bit of a faff to do, but you know, we will go for it as best as we can. Anyway, I feel like there's an easier way to do this than the way that I have ended up doing this. This feels a tad wonky, but I guess we will see how it's going to end up. Will that piston get in? How the bloody hell am I supposed to do this? I mean, I love how it's just, you know, just expects, oh yeah, it'll all just, you know, slot in, fit together really nicely. It's really not. How the bloody hell is this expecting? Is that... that's not being held where it should be, I don't think. But, right. I am doing this... Sorry, I've got to try and focus on figuring out what the bloody hell I am doing with this engine. So that will go in there, yeah. Christ. Come on, piston. Yeah, this is definitely how Bugatti have their actual, like how you build a Chiron. It's just basically fighting, faffing, getting increasingly angry, and then hoping that at the end of the day, it all somehow... No, that's not going to fit together either. How the bloody hell is this supposed to go? Like, I can see... Wait, yeah, they are... The pistons are absolutely supposed to go in there. Maybe that's... Okay, an idea. Maybe we are supposed to put these in later? No, right, okay, I see how it's supposed to go. So that side you don't push in. Right, figured it out. So one side you don't push in, one side is pushed in. That makes life 20 million times easier. There we go. Perfect. We have got... That was a bit of a faff. I figured it out, though. There we go. So we've essentially got a V8. We've essentially got our V8. So in case... Oh, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this particularly well. It's also not connected at this end, so it's a little bit wobbly at one end. Can we... Yeah, you can see the... Sorry, I just turned away from the mic. You can see the pistons going at the top there for the car. If we turn it over, flick it underneath, you can see the crank and everything going. It's very, very cool. It is very, very cool indeed. So that's part of the engine done. It is only a small part of the engine, but there we have it. Zoraska, thank you very much for the donation, saying, what is your dream road car in a year? My dream car would be a 350Z and Skyline C110. Is a C110 the really old Skyline? Possibly. I mean, 350Z is a lovely car. 350Z is a very, very nice car. A car that I looked at getting, and a car that I may, well, I say my girlfriend may end up getting as her next car. It is something that we're very much considering. It'll be a couple of years down the line, but she would quite like a 350Z. For me, I mean, my dream road car, let's take out the let's take out the Shelby, of course, because the Daytona, while it could technically be driven on a road, you'd never drive it, and you'll never get it anyway. My dream road car would probably be a Lotus Carlton, very, very closely followed by an ACR Viper. The Carltons, unfortunately, as much as I hope one day I will get them, I fear they're going to get to the point. I mean, now they are shooting up in value, like just about every classic car. Just about everything is shooting up in value, and the Carltons are, there was a time where you could get them for about 30,000. They're now 50 or 60,000. They're not going to be going for the 20 millions yet, but it's not going to be long, I fear, until we are going to get towards silly, expensive prices. Yeah, I think for me, a Carlton would have to be it, but the Viper a very, very close second. Where does that keep? Oh, that's the... Oh, crap. We keep losing a crank, and that is not what you want. You don't want your crankshaft falling out of your engine, particularly. Just, why does that not want to stay in there? I don't know why that's having issues. There we go. Cheating Knobhead, thank you very much for the donation, saying here, have the exact amount of money to buy both F1 Mercedes in GT Sport, as you can't put stickers on them. Buy one is printable with standard colours. Sorry, I don't know if my dyslexia is making that difficult to read, or it's like typing. Either way, thank you very much for the donation, and I think it's saying you can't paint some of the Mercedes, as they have to be... sometimes manufacturers are a little bit funny when it comes to that sort of thing. I don't know why. I don't know why, with race cars, painting them. I guess because they don't want the liveries touched or something. Ooh, what the bloody hell? Oh, that's okay. Never mind. I had a terrible scare for a second, but no, I thought I'd balls things up. It's fine. I haven't balls things up. Is that the... That is the right shape. We're going to play a game, another round of Guess the Rolled Car. Let's go and have a look in my shelf of goodies. Ewan saying there is a Lotus Carlton with 4,000 miles on the clock for 124 grand. That sounds about right, really. That sounds about right. That's a lot. I mean, 4,000, of course, 4,000 miles is great on those sort of things. That's a lot of money. Right, Guess the Rolled Car. Huh. Right, we have got the next vehicle. Good luck at guessing that one. It is a real car. definitely a real car, this one. We need a gear. We need a big one of these. Yes, it is one of those. It's also not a Viper. God damn it, guys. It's not a Viper. I'm not going to use a... I'm not going to use a Viper in well, no, I will wait until you've all forgotten about going on and on about Vipers, and then I will... today is a lot more of shout Ford GT at me. And it's not a Ford GT either. It's not a Lotus. There's a few guesses for Lotus. It is not. It is it is not a Lotus 211. I'd love to get a 211. I don't have a 211, unfortunately. I say unfortunately. It would be cool to get a 211, but no, yeah, I can't say I've ever seen them. And oh, we have got another one of these things to slot in. Try and not break everything. Christ, what's going to fall out of my engine? Take your bets. Not only are we playing Guess the Random Upside Down Car, we're currently playing Guess What's Going to Fall Out of the Engine. Will we lose a bit of the crankshaft again? Or will we not? You're supposed to go... Oh, crap. That's twisted and buckled. Well, not buckled, but twisted slightly. Oh, crap. Right. Okay, that's got to go through the bottom bits. Thankfully, I can be... Now I am prepared. Oh, I've lost a bit of the crankshaft again. Who was betting crankshaft? If you were betting crankshaft, well done. Right, so, guesswork. Sorry, chat. I've put down a guess the rolled car. I haven't seen anyone get it correct yet. There's been a lot of guesses on a lot of cars. It is not an Evo 10 rally car. It is not a P1. It's not a BMW of any sort. Neither is it an RS200. Oh, for God's sake. Typical. I was just about to get angry with it, and now it's sorted itself out. God damn it. Oh, now it's a fiddly bugger to do this. Okay, hold on. Come on. Come on, you bugger. Right, we've got to go and take stuff off. It's not a Golf, it's not a GT40, it's not a Volvo, it's not a Cobra. Have I found one to really fully stump you guys? I mean, I'd be fine if I found one. I mean, I'm sure Longbow knows, but... I'm sure Longbow knows. However, have we really stumped? It's not an EB110. Again, I'd love an EB110, but it isn't. It's neither a Camaro, not an AMG, not a Cobra prototype. Now, the get angry and fight with the engine is ongoing. It's not a Carrera GT, not a 570S, not an MR2, it's not a 458 or a Veyron. Again, never seen a Carrera. Never seen a Carrera GT. That, again, would be another one that I'd love to have. But, yeah, it is not what that car is. There we go. Engine is completoed. Hey! And it actually now all moves and spins very, very nicely. It's not an F50, not an R31. It is a blue car. That's about it. It's not an XJ220. I do have an XJ220. Now, I'm not going to use it, though, as I've said I've got one. You might expect that one to appear. It is not it's not a road car. It is a race car. It does exist. It's not a road car. It's not a Fisker Storm. That much is for sure. I've never even seen one of them. So, yeah. I mean, it would be cool to have it just sounds cool. Like, that's how you name a car, right there. You name a car a Storm. I mean, Lister, of course, named their car a Storm. I don't know if... But yeah, Lister Storms are cool. It's not a Ginetta. It's not a Noble. No one's even got... Actually, no, tell a lie. I think I've seen a couple of people get the manufacturer correct. But it was a long time ago in chat, and I don't know who it was who said it. It's not a Seat touring car. It's not a Nissan R390. It's not a GT3 race car. I'm going to say that much. It is not a GT3 race car. It is. Let's get these bits and pieces. This is good. This is good so far. Chat has not been able to get this one as easily as previous. It's not an NSX, it's not a 911, or a McLaren, or a BMW. It's not a Speed 12. Again, I'd love a Speed 12 model, but I do not have one. Maybe one day I will find one. We're a little... it's not from that bag, it's from that one. And then we put this lot here together. It's not a Zonda, it's not a Peugeot 908. Mags Power Bottom saying, what's this pop quiz just got here? We are playing Guess the Rolled Car. There is a this blue upside down car. Chat is currently trying to guess as to what Hot Wheels model it is, and someone has just got it. Heavy It 23 has guessed correctly. Well done. You are the winner of the guessing rolled car. Let me just go and put this little bit of Lego back together, or put this bit of Lego together, and then we will reveal all. And that goes in that way around. It's a weird little thing. It is indeed the Renault Megane Trophy. Now we saw I saw a couple of people guess the Renault RS again, which it isn't. It's not the RS 001. It is a trophy car. These were raced. It is the Gran Turismo Megane. Was it Gran Turismo 6 that I think it was Gran Turismo 6. It's just like the livery. This was from like the special edition of the game. You got this and like a Wara and some other things. There we go. It's there's no shenanigans going on here. I don't know how good the webcam is going to focus. It is very clearly a Megane trophy. It might be a little bit wonky size. That might be a little bit wonky size, but there we go. It's going to replace the Cadillac on the laptop little waiting queue. I'm just going to have a desk full of random crap. I'm not sorting out cars just yet. Zaraska, thank you very much for the donation. So what will be your favourite kind of car? Mine is 90s French. Skyline C110 is the limited edition made in 73. It is featured in GT6 and older. It is the one that I was thinking of then, like, yeah, the 70s 70s Skyline. That's a very, very nice... It is a very, very nice car. My favourite kind of car in general is muscle cars. Just, without a doubt, my favourite kind of car is is muscle cars. That will be... Have I done goofed with this? Oh, no, I haven't. I've just put that the wrong way around. Yeah, my favourite type of car is the muscle cars. I mean, one day I hope to own one, whether it be a full-on classic American muscle car. I mean, I've talked a little bit about this. I don't know why I did. I was just curious this morning. I was seeing how much Monaros are costing. Because that's probably going to be the way I go. Potentially a Corvette. But, yeah, for me, muscle cars are the most exciting of vehicle categories. Like, I mean, they're very good at their... at what they do, you know, for their drag racing and so on. They might not be the best car, you know, overall, although for the era they were made in, they're actually, you know, half decent, really. However, it's the sound. It's the sound, it's the look, the silly amount of power out of... I mean, they were mad engines, let's be honest, but it was a silly amount of power in a time when, you know, long before the great power war we have at the moment. And yeah, they are... It's just something always spectacular about a muscle car. And, of course, over here in England, they are very, very rare. Like, it's just a basic classic Mustang, you know, basic 60s Mustang, doesn't have to be a special edition or whatever. It's just unbelievably rare here. I hope one day that, yeah, I will be able to have one. I mean, ideally I want a Charger, but that's going to be... That's going to be, I think, a little bit more difficult to come across. You know, the Charger RTs are damn expensive when they come up for sale. Yeah. You know, we can dream. We can dream. The Monaro, the VXR8 or just the older Monaro are probably where it's going to be at for a little while. I'm just gonna have a quick drink because I need a quick drink. Right. Okay. I am mostly alive. What the hell are we doing? Oh, we're putting on more gears. Cool. How is it? How's it going, everyone? Lord Noodlebrain, thank you very much for the donation. Saying Mustang 2 or Thunder Pigeon? Question mark. Oh, I mean, let's face it, Thunder Pigeon. You can't beat a Thunder Pigeon at all. They are amazing. So I mean, Thunder Pigeon surely beats all, right? I think that's how it works. Chat, what do you reckon? Mustang 2 or Thunder Pigeon? Mustang 2, the awful Mustang. I don't remember. We got tiny. Is that gear? Hold on, just got to check. Yeah, that is that gear. Right, and oh, there we go. Okay, so now we turn that. Hey, it's not actually in there very well, but never mind. Kid Crack wants a Skoda Yeti rather than a Thunder Pigeon. To be fair, that's probably the sensible option. Let's be honest. I did see somebody. I apologise. I missed the name. Someone saying they've got the James Bond Aston Martin, the Lego. I very much want that. In fact, I will get that at some point. I will at some point get the Bond car because it does look absolutely outstanding. But yeah, for now we're building a Chiron. Maybe I'll stream build I say the Aston Martin. The Aston Martin is a much smaller set than this, but it's not by that much smaller. It's still a good. I think it's like 1,200. It's like a third the number of pieces, but that's still a lot of pieces. That is still a lot of pieces. I guess we should also do another rolled car guessing game. Let's go and find something from my selection of cars. We're building up the other bank of the engine here, which tis good. That's that bit. Right. Shall we? You know what? I think we've missed out some donations along the way, so we're going to go and do a double guess the rolled car. We're going to do a double guess the rolled car. Also, just before I go, Down Under Thunder, thank you very much for the subscription for the 5th month in a row. A rolled car salute to you. Saying, wow, subbed for 5 months. Who'd have thought? I'm glad you are continuing your sub. I'm glad you are enjoying the streaming. Okay. 2 cars. You must guess both of them correctly to win. Let's see how you lot do. I have gone wandering around to find some interesting runs. Right, there we go. I actually don't know whether I might have showed a bit too much of the back of one of them, but there are your 2 upside-down vehicles. Good luck at figuring those ones out. Now, I've said that, and these are probably going to be the piss-easy ones that you get straight away. Because, you know, that wouldn't... that wouldn't surprise me, if I am honest. Let's find the bits and pieces that I need. Not from in there. Where are the bits and pieces that I need? Ah! Found the bits and pieces that I need. Right, it is not an M3 and a P1. You are not correct. You are not correct. Now, a number of people have got one of the vehicles correct. No one has got the second one, though. So that's the clues that I'm giving you at the moment as to as to what they are. Resida Boss, thank you very much for the subscription. A rolled car salute to you from chat. There we go. Just figure out what I'm doing with my Lego. There is some Lego building going on in all of this. It is not a Charger and P1. It's not a Challenger. Kid Crack's not taking part. It's far too difficult. It is not a Mustang and a Bugatti. It is not a Camaro or a Zenvo. I would love a Zenvo. I would say that much. I would very much like a Zenvo Hot Wheels. Maybe I'll get one day. Who knows? We will see. We're back to building another crankshaft because it's all the fun and games of building a silly... At least the Porsche's engine was straightforward. As far straightforward as it can go. The Bugatti's engine here is not straightforward at all. Also, we're building this in 2 lots, which is a bit strange. So far, we have... yeah, there are a fair few of you have figured out one of the cars. The second car, though, is very, very much eluding you guys, which is quite entertaining. Yeah, one of them, I guess one of them is a little bit obvious. However, the second one, absolutely no one has got. I'm curious as to like the line, the logic. I say the logic. The way people are guessing with the cars, it's really not as close as you might expect. I guess that might be a little harsh, but there's a lot of guessings. I'm going to give you a little hint. There's a lot of guessings going for American cars, and neither of them are. They are both race cars. Yeah, they are both race cars. Although they are also both based on, you know, road cars. One of them might technically have been road legal as well. So, is that a race version or was it? I mean, they were certainly both raced. I don't know if the version I have is full-on race or just high-end road. I've just managed to drop Lego everywhere. Hold on, we've got to take a small break from everything while I pick up Lego before a cat eats it. I say a cat eats it. Amara is literally fast asleep beside us. Hasn't even flinched. I think we caught all of the Lego. I think we have caught all of the Lego from that. I guess we will find out in the near future when it's, well, not there. Amara, no, Amara's zonked anyway, so Amara's not eating it. Okay, car guessing game. Still no one with the second car. I do apologise if I have missed somebody who did get it right. I don't think anyone got it in what I have just what I have seen. So yes, one of the vehicles is I'll give you one of them, because a lot of people have guessed this one. Okay, we'll give you one of them, because it's the second one that's the difficult bit. Good luck with... yeah, I'm kind of surprised the way it's going. Right, we need some pissed. What the hell is going on with this weird thing? Like, we're building this in a very strange way. Like, we're not doing double piston. What the hell is... I don't know what's going on with this, but I guess we'll find out. Oh, we're dropping bits and pieces along the way. You saying he thought it was the top one that they'd guessed. Nope, it is not the top one. It is not an RS6. It's not a Quattro. It's not an R32. And we have got a drink bot. I had a drink a second ago. It's not a Ford GT. It's not a Ford GT up at the top, or a GT40. Come on now. There we go. These red things are an absolute pain in the arse. It's not an Audi DTM car. It is a car. Congratulations. Down Under Thunder, thank you very much for the donation. Hold on a second. Have I goofed something? Probably. Possibly. No, I haven't. We're all good. Thank you for the donation, saying, since I missed an hour of the stream, unfortunately have £4. Thank you very much for the donation. Also, Zuraska, thank you for the donation. Saying, can you change donation goals? Our C car is funded. I haven't actually sort of decided what the next donation goal is going to go towards, so I kind of wasn't sort of ready to go with everything. So yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to be going for next on that. It's B-Spec Bob. It's not actually a Hot Wheels car. It is a B-Spec Bob. Bruce Skagstein with the clever questioning. Has B-Spec Bob driven the upside down car? No, he has not. It probably is in Gran Turismo 4. However, it has not been driven by Bob. There's a clue for you. Right. That will go there. And then we have one more of these. Oh, no, wait, we don't even have a red bit. We have one of these and a... Is it that way around? No, it's that way around. And then that will sit on there. So we're building up the next bank of the engine. Ewan saying, so it's Japanese. I mean, Gran Turismo has a lot of Japanese cars. However, however, there are other cars as well. Again, people. I'm going to give you another clue. You guys have got the manufacturer correct. You've actually guessed a fair amount of cars from said manufacturer, but you have just not got particularly close to the vehicle, the vehicle that it is. Right, we're building a bit more engine. So this lot here will slot into the cylinder bank that we have. I'm still not quite sure how this is all slotting together, but we're going to, keep going. It's not a Civic, it's not a Sierra, it is not a 350Z or a CLK GTR. Again, remember, I did say that these are, we are talking road cars. Well, it's not road cars, sorry, we're talking a race car here. This was a race car. There was a road version. The version we have got here is a race car, however. It is not a GT3 car. Can't remember what other clues I gave away for it. Are you going to need RS Templar say what continent is it from? Are we going to need to go to a clue? Are we going to need to get to a clue stage? Oh, I forgot. Wait. Oh, I did forget. I haven't done this bit up the top here that is kind of important regarding Lego building. Which end do you go on? Is it that end? Ah, cool. Oh, I've got to put that through there though first. Hold on a second. We'll get clue in a minute. Right. Okay, clue. People want an idea, a little bit better idea. The vehicle is from Europe. The vehicle is a European car. Ewan saying what you do next is turn it on its side. If I turn it on its side, it will be a massive giveaway. You guys will probably be kicking yourselves for not getting this one. You guys will probably be kicking yourselves for not getting this one. Sorry, connecting up. You know, this is the important stage of Lego building. Connecting up a crankshaft, or well, kind of crankshaft. I don't actually quite know how it works in this. Ewan saying it's a Vauxhall Zafira. If I had a Vauxhall Zafira, do you think it would have taken this long for me to have used it? Like, I would be straight out with the Zafira to try and confuse people, because no one would expect you to have a Zafira Lego car. I kind of want one now, just to confuse you, because no one will ever guess that one again, unless you know I get one. In which case, then you might. It is not an XJ220. It is not an XJ220. It is not a Mercedes 190E. It is not a Veyron. It's not a Renault Espace. Again, I would love a Renault Espace. Just as an unexpected, can we confuse the people? Sort of a car. But yeah, it is not a 2CV. It's definitely not a Citroen C3. It is definitely not a Citroen C3. It is not a Noble. It is not a Lister Storm. Not a Koenigsegg. There we go. We have got... Holy crap. Sorry, I've got distracted. Just appreciate the beauty of the V16 going on in here. There we go. Oh, it's really satisfying when you've got the engine working. It's a little bit crunchy because it's not quite all held in place, etc. But there we go. That's cool. I'm liking that. Now I know why the engine's at slightly wonky, funky things. So there we go. Noodle Brain asking, is it a Clio V6? No, it is not a V6. It's not a racing DBR. It's not a Lotus. There are a couple of people that got very close. A couple of people have got very, very close with the idea, but not with the car. Not with the car. That's that. Oh, wait, hold on. Have we got to do... Oh, we just got to do that again. Okay, so we're just doing the same thing again with the other... I didn't realise we were doing that. I could have gone that all the same bloody time, but never mind. It's not an Airbus A380. I can tell you that much. I can tell you that much. It's not an Airbus. Again... As a shenanigansing, it would be quite fun, but God, this is proving tough. This is proving seriously tough. Okay, we're gonna go. We gave you Europe as a clue. We're gonna have to narrow it down. I'm using this time to quickly make the most of building Lego. Quick, frantic build engine while no one knows what the hell it is. I'll give you a further clue, shall we? A further clue for the vehicle. It is German. It is a German car. Quite a well-known car. I'm surprised that it is taken. I say quite an iconic car, shall we say? Right. Let's get. That. It is not a BMW M1. It's not a Trabant. It is not a Trabant. I can tell you that much. It's not an M5 or an M6. It's not an M3. Chat's just got mad with every single German car they can think of. Conveniently, still not getting the one that's one that it is. I need to get more of these. I don't know if Longbow's still hanging around and knows it's just keeping quiet, making everyone else struggle. Probably does. Let's be honest. It's not the most wanted M3 GTR. It's not an Audi DTM car. It's not a 959 Turbo. It is, again, I'd love an Opel Astra DTM, but it isn't. It isn't one of those. Are we going to have to go for more clues? Have I really found a car to utterly stump everybody? That would be quite the turn up. It's not a 911. It is not... Again, it is not a Porsche. I've completely goofed that up as well because I'm just far too busy having fun watching people trying to figure out the vehicle. It's not an AMG GTR. It is not a CLK GTR. We have got Can I build the engine before somebody figures out the vehicle? They're going through as many different cars as they can think of, but everybody's conveniently forgotten one. Everyone's forgotten one particular car. The one particular car, of course, that it is. We need 2 of these yellow bits. Hold on a second. Let's just see. It's not an SLS. It's not an Audi R8. It is not a DTM car. It is, again, shall we go? We'll go for another little bit more of a say an extreme clue. It is not an Audi. So you are now down to like 2 manufacturers or 2 mainstream manufacturers, unless I've got a real sneaky. Unless I've done a real sneaky, and there's something that has very much slipped under the radar. You're down to 2 main manufacturers. It's not a GT3 car. I think I've said that already, but it isn't. It is not a GT3 vehicle. This is fun. I'm liking this round. I need to get more of these apparently slightly obscure cars. It's not a Golf GTI, although it would be funny if it was. It would also, just see someone's guessing at rough. It would be very, very good if I had a rough, but I do not. That would have been a great play, because everyone would say 911, and you could just say no, because technically no. However, sadly, I do not have one of those. It's not an Opal, although again, that could be could be quite a clever, mean one. If I had an Opal Manta, I would have used it, but nope, it's not a Manta. It's not a Mercedes 500 SL. Yes, we need another one of these brown, beige sort of things. This might be the longest round of Guess the Car. This might be the longest round of Guess the Car we have done. It's not an SL55. It is not a C9 Sauber. It is not a Beetle. It's not a CLK DTM or an SLK. We need a red bit, and we need... Oh, piston's already... The conrod, sorry, is already connected. What more could you ask for from your strange bits of Lego? Down Under Thunder asking, is it a modern car? No, it is not a modern car. It is a classic racing vehicle. If you asked me the year, I wouldn't be able to... Not that I would tell you. I'm not quite sure on the exact year, but it is, yes, certainly a classic race car. Bruce say we're running out of Mercedes. Yeah, you've gone through a lot of cars. You guys have gone through an awful lot of cars today. Still not got it, but you've gone through a lot of cars in an attempt to get said vehicle. It's not a 300 SL. It is not a 2002 Turbo. It's not a 300 SL. I'm enjoying this far too much. And we are almost done with our with our conrods, if you like. It is not a Mercedes 190E. It is not a DTM car. I think we've already done DTMs already, but it is not a 190E. It is not a 2002 Turbo. Right. That's that, and then piston time. And this has made the time fly by when putting the engine together. Let's grab these bits out of here. Down under, they're asking, do this car run at Le Mans? It might have done. Oh, someone's got it. Alexander I or Alexander J. I'm not quite sure because there's an underscore right at the point of his name. However, we have got a winner. We have got a winner. It is the BMW 3-litre CSL, the Batmobile. You guys, this was the car that confused you lot the worst the first time we did the Guess the World Car game. And I did wonder if you guys would be able to figure it out quickly or not. when we use it again. Apparently, the 3-litre CSL really, really confuses you. This has been the best Hot Wheels car for confusing people. Oh, I like the 3. That's definitely my favourite Hot Wheels car, the 3-litre. I don't know if it's actually going to be able to be seen from up there. Oh, that was good fun. That's also why I couldn't put that car on the side. You put that car on the side and everybody knows immediately what that thing is. However, here... Also, I built this and I don't know where the hell this came from. Where does this go? Where did I build that? Why did I build that? Oh, it's supposed to be attached here. Oops, I got carried away. I was enjoying far too much the the Guess the Car game. That was yeah, interesting. That was interesting. Are we going to get connected in there? Why are you not going in there? Oh, I've probably put that. Have I put that in the wrong? Ah, put that in the wrong way around. That'd be why. Whoops. Ewan asking, what is the Legnum situation? We did talk about this a little bit yesterday, but if you weren't in the stream, I will just... Oh, as I'll repeat, I will inform folk. The Legnum is back. The Legnum is working absolutely fine. It went to the garage. They had it for 3 days, and they could not figure out what was wrong with it. It's when they got it, it started first time, despite the fact... you know, the AI guy could not get it to work whatsoever at the side of the road. They have zero clue what caused it to stop working. And, yeah, I have now got it back, and it works better than ever. My best guess is that something freaked out in the ECU and just shut itself down. And having been sat for a couple of days, it sort of reset itself, and it's now a happy bunny again. I don't really know. Yeah, no one really knows what caused it to shut down because it's now working absolutely fine. Like, you wouldn't know there's ever been any problem with it. So, tis anyone's guess as to what caused it to clonk out. Overman is saying limp mode. Very unlikely, because limp mode you can at least still move the car, whereas this, it just didn't go at all. So... It's a weird one. When I get the rust removed at the Japanese specialist place, I am going to see if they can have a look, and they might find something, or they might know. I might have like the equipment even to go and look at the ECU, whereas a lot of modern garages won't have the stuff to deal with a 98 Japanese car. Zoraska, thank you very much for the donation. Say, what would be your favourite concept/prototype car from video games? I love the Spiker D12/D8. Is that the big off-road one? Or is that... Because there's... It might be. I think that's the big off-road one in Test Drive. Sorry, just before we go on to answering that, we have got the engine complete. The engine, it's not quite all held together at one end, but... It's very cool. That is a really impressive... I don't think this is quite how a W16 engine works. That might be. I might not. I don't know my stuff when it comes to these sort of engines. Never ever seen one, mechanically broken down. But that's really, really cool. Anyway, favourite concept prototype car from a game. Ooh, what on earth would that be? There's a lot of very, very good... There's a lot of very, very cool cars out there. Like the car that springs to mind is the VW Nardo, but that was a real prototype. That wasn't just for Test Drive Unlimited. There are some cool... Oh, what way is this? The hell's this going? Ah, okay, it's got stuff in it. There are some very cool, of course, Gran Turismo prototypes around the place. Chrysler ME412 is a very, very cool vehicle. I mean, I would still say I kind of like the Nardo in a weird way, but Yeah, I don't know, actually. I don't... There's so many cool prototypes around the place. I would... Yeah, tentatively say Nardo. The ME412 is also another awesome vehicle. But it's a shame it was never made. As, yeah, that's a very, very cool car. Lord Noodlebrain, thank you for the donation, saying give the people what they want and more guess the rolled car. Hold on, let's get some more engine building done first. There we go. Now the engine's more solid. It's not going to wobble around when we spin the bits and pieces. Yeah, I've really... The sad thing is... This engine looks incredible. The engine in the Porsche is really cool. But we're never going to see this. Once it's in the car, we are never going to see all of the inner workings, which is kind of a shame, but that's also how it would work in a car. So... There we go. People talk about the Cadillac CN is a very cool prototype car. I personally prefer the ME412. However, yeah, the CN is along similar lines with its ludicrous amounts of power. I am going to have a quick drink. All of this, I'll have a quick drink and I'll grab a car for Guess the Car game. Right. Here we go. Your next vehicle actually doesn't really balance very well. I was expecting you to balance better than that, but there we go. Good luck. Hopefully this one will be as confusing. I mean, as time-consuming. Hopefully no one gets it immediately. Husky Mad Dog saying BMW 3 needs a CSL. I mean, if only. But you can. I have only got one CSL. And you can currently see that. I should have done Viper because Ewan hasn't immediately guessed it. Oh, McPhee's guessed it. Damn, should have done Viper. Although, yeah, someone would have got it fairly quickly. One time I am going to do Viper. One time there will be a Viper just to catch you out. But that is not this time. It is not a Viper. It is not a Porsche 928 either. Or a Supra. Or an Enzo. It's not a Lupo. McPhee's going through all of the Ewan default answers. McPhee is going to try. All of the Ewan defaulted answers McPhee shall try. One day they will be correct. One day they shall be correct. It is not a BMW M4. It is not a McLaren F1. I've only got one McLaren as well, and that's on screen at the moment. Longbow saying I have the black and white M colours on the 3-litre. Yeah, I would like the black and green Castrol car is a very, very nice car. I would have loved to have found the white CSL, as that is, yeah, a very, very pretty race car. It is not a Ford Fusion stock car. It is not a Pontiac Firebird. The Luke Pryor asking, do you have a multipler? No, I do not. No, I do not. Again, it would be a fun one to throw out there from time to time, just to confuse people. Alas, I do not. Also, this says I need 4 of these. Where are the 4? Where are the... What? I don't know where the 4th bits it needs are, but never mind. It's not a Quattro, it's not a Gumpert Apollo, it is not an American land boat. As Ewan so eloquently put it, it is not an American land yacht, although it is... Again, this is another one. It's interesting to see what people are confusing it for. I say confusing it for. I mean, this is not a... Oh, that's why it needs. Never mind. I'm a derpy. There needs to be 2 lots of them, of this being built. That's why. It's fine. It's not a Mustang, nor is it a Corvette. It is not a Hellcat. It's not the Nardo. If only it was. If only I had the Nardo. I might have to go and buy do another one of the big like lucky dip order essentially from the place I got the last lot of cars, just for some more. Problem is I've not got anywhere near enough space to keep putting them in cars. I'm really running out of desk space now for all of these. It's not a Gran Torino. It is not a Beetle. It is not a Civic Type R. It is not a Mazda MX-8. I don't know what one of those is. It's not one, though. I can tell you that much. I have seen the MX-6. That's kind of an interesting-looking car. But, yeah, I didn't know there was an MX... Even if there is an MX-8, if it's someone typoed RX-8. Although, if they have, I want to see one rendered. It is... It is not an RX-8 either way. It's not an RX-3 or an MR2 or a Scion. Long by saying I need to set up a PO box. I have actually been thinking of doing that recently. I say they're a little bit expensive to set up. I think about 20 quid a month to keep running. If there is enough interest from people to do that, you know, if there's going to be enough interest from viewers to make that kind of worthwhile, then I would be tempted to, potentially, because it could be some fun. Don't know where the setting and stuff. I don't know whether people will be interested in like unboxing stuff. Oh, there we go. We have a winner. We have got a winner. The Ricer Kid is indeed correct. A lot of people got close. I saw a few Evo 8s and 9s. However, it is indeed, and this is why I say it's interesting, confusing, or seeing what people confuse it with. It is an Evo 10. It's a bit of a chunky car. I don't know whether it's just me. It does feel like this is a little bit of a chunky model of Evo. It does look quite large. But yeah, it might just be me not really knowing the proportions of the car. It is another one of the Gran Turismo ones. Yeah, this is why I said it was interesting seeing what people were guessing this being American. Yeah, it's, I think, perhaps a little chunky, but that kind of makes it fun. That kind of makes it fun, people having to try and guess. All right, Renault Sports, you are going away. Well done, you. You can go over there. That was quite a confusing one as well. So, we've had a pretty good round. We've had a pretty good round so far of Guess the Cars. Have I built the blasted thing I needed to? Not quite. Because that goes on there. And then we have got engines to, well, I say tinker around with. Okay, so these now slot in, like that way, like so, I think. Yes. Okay, so that sits in up there. This one sits over there. Okay, oh, it's just kind of bulking out the engine, essentially. You were asking, do I have any Frosty Gold cars? Yes, I do, actually. I think I only have one. Let's go have a look. I do have a Frosty Gold car, and that will be in the next round of Guess the Car. Kid Crack asking, can we have a front-wheel drive car? I do not have very many front-wheel drives. I have a couple. But yeah, I don't have very many front-wheel drive vehicles around the place. Also, there's been far less kitten interruptions than I was expecting. I was expecting kittens. In fact, Rusty Driftkis just said I was expecting more kitten curiosity with clinking and clanking of Lego, but no. Apparently, kitten curiosity is not. It's not around today. Right, engine, you can sit up there for now. We don't need you anymore. Eos Company asking, can we have a 2-stroke car? I don't have any 2-strokes for guessing the car game. There aren't very many 2-stroke cars full stop, and I certainly don't have any in Lego form. I mean, it'd be fun. Like old Saabs, I think. That's the only thing that springs to mind. Would be an old Saab. Noodlebrain asking, how are Cass and Amara? So my existing cats, for those of you that might be newer here, they are absolutely fine with the kittens, in fact. It's a couple of days, of course, of them being a little bit nervous. However, like today, Amara and Zeke were playing around. Zeke was running and batting Amara, and Amara was batting him back, and they were chasing around each other. Cass was cleaning Eve yesterday and cleaning Zeke this morning. It took them a couple of days. Cass is still a grumpy old man, really, whereas Amara wants to be a kitten again. So it kind of works. It kind of all works out, really. Philaz Gave is saying, is it still hot and muggy in the UK? Would you like a rain dance for some IRL rain? Yes, please. Yes, please. A nice rain dance, a nice successful rain dance would be very, very good. We're down to our last 2 of these little blue things. So, there we go. Ewan asking, what is your limit with cats? Would you get more, and if so, how many? We are basically at the limit of cats for our house, really. We couldn't realistically fit any more. Well, I say, we certainly couldn't get more cats in our house. Our house is just not big enough. There will hopefully be more pets once we have moved house. We're not, planning on for a little while. However, we will eventually need a bigger house. And yeah, when that happens, then there will probably be a dog before another cat. However, that won't be until we move house. As it is, we've kind of got four is a nice round number, and it certainly means there's something going on at all times, apart from this time, where apparently they're all asleep. Apparently, stream time is catnap time. Can't say I blame them. I want to be asleep in this heat, to be honest. I want to go to sleep now and wake up at about 9 o'clock, and then I'll be able to record. I've got a whole bunch of stuff I want to do in the sim break. I just don't want to go and sit in that chair for any length of time. It's just leather and far too hot. It's just, no, I don't want to go in it. Oh, that's not what we needed, isn't it? Never mind. Don't mind me. I'm just being a little bit derpy. There we go. Nope, still not got it. That's the tickets. Okay, this is, I guess, this is the other opposite side of the thing we just built. Kid Crack asking, would you move to London if you could afford the ridiculous house prices? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I personally don't have a problem with living in a city on the most part. However, my girlfriend really doesn't want to live in a city, which is fair enough, and I certainly wouldn't go to London that hates cars as much as it does. So, yeah, London would not be, like, a city wouldn't bother me, provided it was a little bit more car-friendly. London is not car-friendly, and, of course, insanely expensive. So, yeah, that will not be something that's... That would happen. Ewan saying, get some blackout blinds for your office. I do have some. I have blackout blinds. They keep out a bit of heat. The bigger problem is the computer that chucks out astronomical amounts of heat. So that's the difficult part. Like, I can keep the sun out. That's okay to an extent. But then the computer turns on and it just throws heat out the back. Right, what are we doing here? We have got through that bit for red clip, through the red stabby bit, and that side as well. And then on this side, we have got 2 of the small ones. We are very nearly at the end of this bag. Or end of this. This will be the end of box 1. It has taken us 3 streams from not really paying too much attention. But there we go. We have got 2 of the... I blame you guys for the Guess the Roll car game. It is very distracting. I mean, it's good distracting, but it is very distracting. Are they the right size? They should be. Yep. Cool. We need 2 of them and 6 of these buggers. I think we're now building the frame that will put the engine into the car, if I am correct in thinking. This is kind of going to sit across the top of the vehicle. Right, so there is... I'm not doing that wonky. There is supposed to be gaps there. There is supposed to be gaps along the way. Right, there we go. That will be that. That will be that. And then these sit in there. Ah, okay, cool. So that part, that on. Oh, I think T-Bird's long behind in the in the show. T-Bird's just guessing random cars at the moment. I've no idea what T-Bird's guessing. Although if his stream is a mile behind, also me saying this is going to make no help or use whatsoever. Right, we've got build another bit with it. The amount of Tetris pieces we have used. It's just a guy just shouting. Just shout Viper randomly. Just shout Viper randomly during the stream. Shout Viper randomly, and a wild Ewan will appear at some point. At what points, you're never quite sure, but at some point a wild Ewan will appear if you shout Viper enough times. Right, I don't even know what the hell I'm doing here. I'm just plonking bits together. That's going to sit in here. T-Bus just randomly shouting cars that he wants in the stream. Fair enough. Ewan's going to have a lot of work to do now, randomly appearing for all of the people who are shouting Viper at at the stream. Perfect. Alright, we have got L-shaped bits connected. What the hell is going on with there? We've got more. Jeez, there's a lot of... This does feel like an unnecessarily complicated way. I'm sure it is necessary. It does feel very, very complex for whatever it's hoping to achieve, essentially. Is that the bottom part? It is at the bottom part. There we go. There's one on the other side as well. Cheating Nobby just shouting out pizza. Everyone suggesting car. To be fair, I could go for a pizza. Actually, I could go for a lovely cold beer. Maybe cider more than beer, but I could definitely go for a lovely cold something. Like, I don't even want to eat hot food at the moment. And this evening, I'll probably have changed my mind. But at this particular moment in time, something cold would be good. Zaraska, thank you very much for the donation. Say, will the Forza 4 live stream be open to the public? I bought a 360 a few months ago for exclusives. Yes, it will. It will be an open lobby. Anyone's welcome to join, as long as they don't drive like a twonk. Then they will be allowed to come and race against us and just generally messing around. It's not going to be massively serious racing because, you know, it's just a little bit of fun. We probably won't be doing any of the stuff with the DLCs because a lot of people don't have them. However, yeah, it is an open lobby. That does also mean we get to play Guess the Rolled Frosty Gold. So I've got it ready to go. Hold on, let's get everything connected in there. That's all of that done. Right, it is Guess the Rolled Frosty Gold vehicle. It's not the most frosty of Frosty Golds. It's the closest I've got, and it is relatively close to Relatively close. All right, so that's all of that put together. And yeah, now we are basically clonking the engine into the back of it. It's not a Viper. For everyone guessing, it's not a Viper, it's not a Chevelle, nor is it a Nova. Oh, fast Jack was good, was quick with the guessing right there. Well done on well done on that one. I thought this one was going to be a bit tougher. However, congratulations on figuring it out. I mean, of course, lots of muscle cars. Like, normally, the Dart is the muscle car that gets forgotten about. So, normally it's, you know, your Charger, your Challenger, your Chevelle, etc. that, of course, everybody went through. However, the Dart does tend to get forgotten. I mean, it's the frostiest of golds that I have. I mean, I really don't have any other gold. There's nothing even remotely close to... to gold there, so there we have it. It's definitely not a Lupo. It's a so there we go, Ewan. That is the closest to a Frosty Gold that we have. I've now put that on. That's probably not the cleverest. I put it on the touchpad for the laptop, so that might be a problem at some point. We will see. Christ, now it is time to connect the engine up here. I think it goes in like that. I think so. Yeah, it looks like that is the correct height for everything. I mean, seems okay. It seems okay. Seems to work. There we go. I did see somebody, I've just lost where it went in chat, ask about I've done some of these cars before. I have. I've only got so many cars, so some vehicles I might have to cycle through. Also, if I only use new cars, and I sort of post, show pictures and so on Twitter, people are going to be able to guess from a very small selection of new cars. So we've got to have a good selection, and sometimes we go back to some of the old cars just to catch people out. Because that's just how I am. I like to be mean. We gotta keep people guessing. It's no good. It's no good going for everything's too straightforward. Speaking of straightforward, I guess it's maybe that bit. Ah, yes, it is that bit. Okay, so this sits on the end here, and then I think we might be. Bloody hell. It is time! It is time to put the engine in the car! There we go. You are indeed correct. There isn't any turbos as far as I know. Although, there might be like little pretend turbos put in later along the line. T-Bird, thank you very much for the donation. Sorry, I left the engine out of shot while I was faffing around. T-Bird, thank you for the donation, saying, did you hear about Forza 7 having all the cars unlocked? So besides Forza editions, you can now buy whatever you want. I've definitely been playing a crap ton of Forza 7 now because of this. Yes, I have. I haven't done too much with it as of yet, but I have certainly heard, and well, certainly seen plenty about it. I bought a few of them, bought the Holden, what's it called? Holden Commodore Group A thing. As soon as I heard, yeah, it's good. I'm glad they finally did it. I understand why they tried something different, but I mean, it also just didn't quite work out. Okay, now I think that sits on there, but it doesn't. I mean, it looks like it just sits. It just rests on top. Now I'm going to presume we will spike it in place. I have no idea how the gearbox is going to be connected to anything, but I guess we will find out in the fairly near future. Well, I've only got 2 more of these spiky bits here to go, and these are like essentially tacking the engine in at the front. Okay. Can we... There we go. Connect that in there. We will connect the other side in to... Oh. Into there. Oh. McPhee makes a good point, of course. We need another round of rolled car guessing. What shall we go for? Let's have I'm going to have a quick peruse through my vehicles and see. Right, it's not a Viper. It's not a Viper. For whoever is already shouting it, because of course it can't be a guess the rolled car without somebody shouting Viper. Right, here we go. Guess the upside down Hot Wheels car. Doesn't balance as well as I'd hoped, but there we go. Quickly, let's go and figure out what else the hell we need to do with this engine. Apparently, use a very, very long bit and a random one of them. Where the hell is this going? I don't even know where these bits are going. I think that's going up there. I guess. Right, sorry, I was looking at the thing. It is not an MP4 12C, it's not an Evora, it's not a LaFerrari, it's not a Hurricane, it is not the FailRace RX-8, it is not a Tesla, it is not a P1, it is not a Camaro, it's not an American land yacht, again with the American land yachts. It is... Where the bloody hell's that going? Ugh, that's weird. Sorry, I've got to distractoed immediately. Oh, there we go. Bungleth? Bunleith? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. However, you are indeed correct with your guessing. Well, with your first of the guesses. Rusty Drift Kid also got the vehicle correct. It was a McLaren. I was half expecting... I say I was half expecting. I was hoping for it to be a tad... I'd say a tad more challenging. You went through a lot of McLarens before you got to the 720S, but it is indeed... it is a 720S. I'm pretty sure I checked. Yeah. It is a 720S. I kind of quite like it. I have a Lego 720S. Yes, it is a 720, because I don't like McLaren's new naming system. It's just weird. There's too many... There's too many similar numbers and it's just a bit... I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Oh, Cheating Knobhead was the first. I apologise if I missed your one. Come up. Yeah, it's a nice little model, that. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of the 720, but I can appreciate the model regardless. Right, we are building a strange little thing here. This is literally going to be the very, very end of this bag, essentially. We will... I'm going to finish this bag. We're going to see if the kittens are going to be cooperative, if the kittens want to play, if the kittens want to come on camera very briefly. They will be allowed on the desk, but only once. That could go in there. That goes in there, I think. And then we twist it around like that, and then we have a random spike. Not not 100% sure on all of this, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not 100% sure where the hell this all goes either. Where the bloody hell does this go? Huh? Oh, it's going on the front suspension. It's going in there. Not quite sure what's going to sit on this or quite how this is going to work, but that maybe break this? No, I don't know what's going to sit on that. However, something is going to go on there, apparently. Right, let's turn this around. This bit sits on there. Same. Yeah, same as that side. So I just got to make sure I don't goof it all up, because you know what I'm like. And then this goes in this side. Okay, so this way this little bit slots in, this is then holding... Essentially the whole archway part is then being held in place so that the engine can't now come out. It's, yeah. So it all sits in. It sits in there much nicer. You say maybe it's for a body panel, the weird spiky bit. Could be. That'll make as much sense as anything at the moment. So, yeah, could well be for a body panel. Right, we are down to the very last bits. I think there's a couple of possible spares. Either that or I've forgotten something. Like, it's always good that Lego gives you spares, but then you always worry that you've done goofed and forgotten something, and then you can't go back and fix it easily, as I found out last time. Thankfully, this time has gone much smoother. Thankfully, this time has gone considerably smoother. Somebody was asking, or Fast Track was asking, is it heavy? At its current stage, not particularly. The final thing is not, you know, exactly light. It's not massively heavy. It is a bit, it is, I mean, it's a large car. It's an 8th scale vehicle full of Lego, so it's not going to be a ultra lightweight thing. But yeah, it is. They're nice models. I have the Porsche. I have the Porsche sat behind me, in fact, and yeah, they are impressive models when they are finished. Right, so this is the final bit to go on, and then we will have completed box number 1. Oh, camera, the webcam went out a little bit of focus there. There we go. We have got our Chiron's back end, essentially. It is rear suspension, engine, gearbox in there, and I love the engine, the functionality of it. It's kind of a shame, you know, because of course underneath now you can't really see any of the cool stuff going on. It's it's all kind of hidden, but yeah, that is pretty cool. That is, I'm liking it. I am very much liking this Lego build. T-Bird, yeah, there we are. That is on to box number 2. T-Bird, thank you very much for the donation. Saying, so I want the new Bullet Mustang for 2 reasons. One being I got my racing license in a Mustang, and also second, my mother's first car was a 67 GT390, but it was 5 years old at the time, and she thought it was crap, so she sold it and got a Mustang too. Ouch. Ouch indeed. Out. That's, yeah. I mean, we've probably all had parents who have done something. I know somebody's dad who sold an Escort Cosworth for like next to nothing at one point. I've heard many stories of people's parents getting rid of getting rid of cars that have turned out to be amazing. I think I've heard of Escort Cosworth and Sierra Cosworths being sold for terrible cars. Yeah, sometimes people make goofs when it comes to cars. I mean, I'm hoping I won't, but then we don't intentionally make goofs when it comes to cars. So, there we go. Right, to finish off the stream, it's going to be a little bit shorter stream today. I have got things to do. Also, it is silly warm in my office. What we are going to do, I don't know whether they're going to want to play ball or not. We're going to go and find some kittens. So there will be kittens to finish. They will be allowed on the desk once. We shall see. Right, I will be back in a minute because they are currently downstairs. And yeah, we will go get some kittens to have, hopefully, some playtimes. Hopefully they won't run across the laptop and turn stuff off. Now, I have absolutely no idea if she is going to want to stay still for any length of time, or whether she is going to run away and jump off the desk. However, you're not on camera. You've gone the wrong way. Eve, this way, over here. Eve, you've gone the wrong way. Eve has wandered off the desk. She is now back sat on me. That's not the way you were supposed to go. I know. You're just woken up. They were awake. I didn't wake them up. Okay, Eve, and go! Exploring! No, just don't go and explore the computer, hey? Here we go. Don't go and explore the computers. Oh, someone is a sleepy kitten. Now someone is a E.T. the microphone kitten. Hello, E.T. the microphone. Don't eat the microphone, please. Now we just got kitten tails. Yeah, Eve is the most confident of the two. We're going to go, and you have literally, of all the places, you've decided to go to the most awkward one, furthest away. Now you've just come back sack on me, haven't you? Hello, you. Yeah, apparently, I'm actually really surprised. I was fully expecting her to want to go and explore the desk, because she has never been on the desk before, because I'll normally tell them off. Because I don't want them climbing around on the keyboards when I'm trying to do stuff, or trying to get at the computer, or like scratching at the computer, so they get told off pretty quick if they go on the desk. However, this is the one-time offer. Hey, Squeaky. She's not going to squeaky. Normally, she's really talkative and squeaky when it comes to wanting a fuss. Go on, and boop. Hey, there we go. Oh, you are really wanting a fuss. I think it's that I've just woken up. Oh, you're going to bop the McLaren. Apparently, the McLaren is cat-approved. Don't bop the microphone. Don't bop the microphone, you. Again, it's just back of cats. Nope. Whoa. You've not really got off that desk very well, have you, you silly kitten? Eve is not a clever cat. T-Bird, thank you very much for the donation, saying she redeemed herself by owning a V8 F-150, a Trans Am 5.7, and a C4 Corvette. It's not a bad selection of cars all at once, is it? That is not a bad selection of cars. Lord Noodlebraid saying the microphone is cat-approved. It certainly is. She's bopped the microphone twice. She's bopped the microphone twice and bopped the McLaren once. So... Okay, one more go. We'll see if, if she will sit on the desk and have a fuss. Sometimes she will. Sometimes she will. Are we going to just be interested in the... Oh, you are very sleepy, aren't you? Are you going to roll over? Come on. Rolled cat game. Roll. Come on, you can roll the cat. We can roll the cats. Come on. Oh, almost. Ah, you didn't quite flip over. Go on, down. Oh, no, you've seen me now. You've bopped the microphone again. Hello, Eve. Now you are... Eve, Eve's just hit the microphone. What are you doing? No, Eve's now climbing over the microphone. Excuse me, I haven't got the webcam set up for that bit. It's supposed to be out of shot. Now Eve's curious about everything. Edge of shot curious. You're wrapping yourself around mic. Well, that's a mic wire and a webcam. You've gone the wrong way. Where are you going? Now you're just bopping into the computer monitors. She's off. She's gone. Completely. Now she's licking the mouse. I mean, that's the wrong kind of mouse to be hunting, you little kitten. Come on. And there we go. We have got the cat back. Yeah. Cats are still sleepy. Cats are still sleepy. This one is a little bit more curious, although she just wants to play with the microphone. Apparently, hydrate bots appeared. Oh, hello, you. Silly kitten. I'm actually out of drink. There is no more drink. There is no more drink. Over here. Over here. There we go. There is no more drink. I will have to get a drink after the stream. We will go in a minute. It's just some cat times. Cat play times. Cat play times. Cat sit and chew at microphone play times, I think. Yeah, Zeke is fast asleep, and as he is fast asleep, I will leave him to his own devices. He's also fast asleep in a really awkward place to get to, so yeah, he can do that. But Eve was wide awake. Ewan asking how old is she? She is 11 weeks old, I think. So there we go. She's also now just gone and climbed onto the Lego. Hold on, I don't know whether this is going to work, because I don't know how well the camera is going to go with moving. Right, we have got... Oh, it's upside down. There's an Eve. Hello, Eve. You have found the Lego. She has slept on top of the Lego before. Where are you going, silly kitten? Hello. Oh, I've got a kitten on my hand. She's now off over by all of the other monitors. Apparently the Tesla is... oh, you put your foot on the... She very nearly slid off the desk with the Tesla. So she sat on the Tesla. Apparently she is a Tesla fan. Anyway, yes, that is going to be it for this stream. I have a cat exploring where... Oh! Oh! Well, there goes all the Lego cars. Oh, the Lego cars. The Hot Wheels cars. That's the end of that. I thankfully did manage to catch her before. Well, we've rolled a cat as well. And there we have it. Teslas are not good. That was the car that tries to murder the cat. Tesla's bad, it would seem. Oh dear, it's also terribly in focus. But right, that is going to be it for today. Thank you everybody for watching. Of course, a massive thank you to those who donated. I hope you have enjoyed this stream. There's been a fair bit of Lego building, some cat shenanigans. Also, of course, a big thank you to those who subscribed. I apologise if I missed any in all the Guess the Car game and trying to build and everything. Yeah, tomorrow is Forza 4. Tomorrow, 7 PM. We will be doing some Forza 4 multiplayer, messing around with all sorts of bits and pieces. Eve did run out of the office. She's now come back again. She's fine. Again, anyone who has had little cats will know. They explore. Sometimes they fall over. Oh, well. Yeah. I'm going to go and sit in front of... maybe the fridge. Maybe the freezer, actually. I think that's where I'm going to go. Thank you for watching. Until next time, though, goodbye.